Got an interesting matchup coming up this weekend with Nahir Albright versus Richard Commey. Nahir Albright's coming off that win over Kelvin Davis, which he had with the interesting matchup that was at 140. And both of these guys are fighters that used to be at 35. Commey fought Tiafimo at 35. So these guys are now fighting at 140. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Something I didn't see coming as far as in the past or recently. It's a weird matchup because Nahir Albright, he's someone who's considered the B-side in most fights. And also, Richard Commey is considered a B-side in a lot of fights, especially those top-tier fights. And with this matchup, you got two guys who are pretty tall from the weight class they're in, being from 135 to 140. This would be an interesting matchup. Commey is not really an easy fight, even though he has 5 losses. He's definitely going to be a tough matchup for Nahir Albright to do some of the same things. Body types are similar. It's going to be a tough fight. I think Albright is definitely a better boxer overall, just with his experience from what he's seen, the opponents he's been in the ring with. Commey as well, but Albright has displayed some good ability against a lot of guys. Most of the fights he's been in all the fights. He hasn't been dominated across the board. He knows when to go to the body. Very good jab. Knows how to counter punch. Move around the ring very well. I think that's going to cause a lot of problems for Commey. Commey does a good job moving lateral, but I don't know as far as on the move. It's kind of, he's kind of heavy with his feet sometimes. And then, with his hands, he leaves his guard open a lot. He leaves his gloves out there. He gets caught a lot of times trying to throw a lot of punches, and in between gets caught with a lot of shots. So I think that if he's able to be disciplined, this will definitely be a tough fight for Albright. But Commey has to be disciplined. He gets too aggressive sometimes, and that leads to him getting either hurt or just not being able to bounce back or adjust. And I think Albright, with his combinations and his ability to cut off the ring, it's going to make it tough on Commey. And I think that's where everything will change. But Richard Commey, if he's able to just go out there and win on the inside, that'll be half the battle. If he's not able to just go out there and get dominated on the inside and able to keep his distance, he'll be good. But if he's on the ropes or anything like that, it could go bad. But I can see him having some success in the inside, but he has to be able to at least try to make that happen. But I'll have Nahir Albright in this fight, and I'll pick a decision. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.